again. Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Clear Oceans. We are still going through the event, the Moogle Treasure Trove. There are a few things we haven't been doing because we haven't had our character up to speed, and because we haven't progressed far enough through the storyline. So what we're doing at the moment as part of this event, I'm progressing clear through the storyline. We've missed our morning's fishing. There won't be any for another hour and a half, so probably not this episode. We'll have a non-fishing episode that'll be interesting. We will check for gates. Oh my goodness. We will also maybe go and get our retainers. I'm pretty sure I've got all of that stuff in my backpack for a very good reason. Alright. Let's talk to Minfillia. Let's first find something to eat though. I always get a bit nervous when my backpack is this full. I have fish to sell. Alright, that'll be a good start. We'll sell some fish very shortly. I'm just going to grab whatever that is. Boiled crayfish. Helps with spell speed. Well, that'll be nice. There we go. Minfillia. Hi. Welcome back, Clea. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. It did. I've got your dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Clea, so make it your ally. Now it is time to discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Oh boy, I cannot complete. Yeah, we're going to have to go and come back. Complete that mission again. Once we have more space in our backpack. I'm so sorry, Minfillia. Your organization doesn't happen to have a big backpack lurking somewhere around, does it? Let's go. All right. Well, I guess while we're here, this merchant looks like he could do, or she could do with some exotic fish. He could do with some exotic fish. Let's purchase tools, and sell some pearl bomb fish, crepe soles, smooth jaguars, whatever that is, crow puffers, rough-like kelp, honeycomb fish, god's beds, living lanterns, spectral bass, dark nautilus, ogre eels, deep places, Rotano sardines, Rotano wahoos, crimson monkfish, gobu rays, metallic boxfish, mahi mahi, ladies cameo, flaming eels, mithril boxfish, python shell crabs, mist-pierced cup, spectral, get back in the box, spectral butterflies, water maras, and tortoiseshell crabs. We might also sell our elegant pieces. Well, I don't know if it helped my bank balance much, but my backpack sure looks a lot happier than it did. There's some garum jugs, let's sell those. Let me just see if I've got any more rogue fish. Levi Elvers. Alright, things got a bit full, I see. Sort my backpack. Now I should be able to find... I'm going to regret selling that crayfish, aren't I? Well, we're going to sell it anyway. Oh, no. Give me back the crayfish, please. Please give me back the crayfish. There we go. Alright, the Rothlight mussel can go. Because remember, we were upgrading our things. Yes, I'll get there eventually. Not today, obviously. Rightio. Now let's go and finish advancing our story quest. A little bit. We should have done that first up. I just forgot. What am I? A level 87 fisherman. Oh my. Which means it's going to be somewhat painful to step down from 87 to any of the other levels. Let's not step down to a level 1 character, shall we? Let's step down to our level 40 character on the grounds that I don't like dying because I changed my job. And this is the other thing we need to look to. We need to look to bringing our jobs up to the right levels. Minfillia, I am so sorry. I have your dagger. And if I remember rightly, you have a thingy coffer for me. Level 18 weapon coffer. Well, we'll find someone to give that to in a minute. Lord of the Inferno, Minfillia would like you to assist the Immortal Flames. Ooh. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amaljaar to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amaljaar responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As the Amaljaar are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Clear. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you. A confidence I share. When you've made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Lord of the Inferno, what classes have we got? Let me have a quick look at my character. Classes and jobs. I see. We have such a lot of work to do. Alright. Let's update our gear set. Yes. Oh, I know why. Because I have... Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. If you remember, we assigned materia to a lot of our costumes. And there were some I just was so busy assigning them to, I didn't update the costume. So if we go to Culinarian, you'll see I've got this little exclamation box. And I need to reassign the current gear. Once that's reassigned, and I should have done it after I added the materia, that's what happens now. I know, I'm in a quandary. Because if I continue down this path, I'm going to have characters at really, really different levels. I'm not sure I can afford to have that. So, what I might do is we might do a hunting log episode. And an unlock episode. We might unlock all of the duties and do the hunting logs for all of them. And the aim of that is to bring them up to about level 20. Why would I do a hunting log to do that? It's a good question. So you go into your logs, go into hunting log, and you'll see that there's an XP reward for completing each hunting log entry. And then there's an XP reward for completing the entire level of difficulty. That's the first reason. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go and unlock the classes, because the other thing I've discovered with hunting logs is many of the classes with them tend to overlap in the creatures that you hunt. So I'm going to focus on one hunting log. And any creatures that I find for another hunting log along the way, we're going to do. And then we're going to go to the next hunting log that's not complete. And we're going to do the same thing again. It's only when we get to about level 3 that things start to get a little bit tricky. So, I'm thinking that requires a trip to Uld'ah. I could teleport. Or I could take a chocobo, and we've never done that before. Let me see if I can get a bird to Uld'ah. 2 minutes and 30 gil. Yeah, I know. You know what, let's just do it. It's 30 gil as opposed to 70. So 2 minutes of riding the chocobo. Of course, this also means that we're not going to, well, we could stop and join in any fates that we found along the way, but we'll do our fates in a little while. Today we're focusing on XP and advancement. I also need to check while I'm writing. Yeah, we're at 24 out of 30. How many classes have I got? Alright. Marauder. Pugilist. Rogue, so that's 3. Each of these classes that we pick up is going to take up a slot in the journal for quests, a quest slot. Thaumaturge is 4. So do we really only have... Okay, Marauder, Pugilist, Rogue. Thaumaturge. Okay, so that'll get us up to 28 slots, which are only going to go away once we hit the last quest in each thing. I know we're running through all these fates. Oh dear. Alright, 4. Hang on. 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to have to clear a couple of quests. Alright, let's have a look at our quest log. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those have to stay. Beneath the planks is in Gridania. 9 has to stay. 10 has to stay. We need a slot for our main story quests. Okay, and the rest of these are things that we need to get rid of. So I'm thinking Gridania is a good place to go because we have South Shroud, Central Shroud. If we take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we can take out 7. We can take out 7 quests in Gridania alone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Minor, Goldsmith, Weave. Okay, so these 4, 5 and 6 will bring me up to my 30 quests. Because, so 3, 4, 5 and 6. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the 6 jobs that we don't have in this area. We're going to speed run them. And then we're going to do the hunting logs in Thanalan until we hit Gridania, because there'll be a point in the hunting logs where the targets are in Gridania. I love this bird. He just kind of kicks me off here. Heads off to his stable. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick up our 6 classes. We're going to pick up, and then we're going to start on hunting logs. So yes, we're going to pick up the crafting classes as well, because that way we have them. And it is going to affect our way of doing things. So I have Gladiator. Tell me yes, I've unlocked that. Good. This is our Thaumaturge guild. We're going to just grab our Thaumaturge starting quest in here. Now each of these quest lines, we're not going to pick up the optional quests at this point. Each of these quest lines has a story, which I might try and follow from beginning to end once we have the hunting logs. That was such a big kitty. Okay. Oh my gosh, and we can play cards with her. Yes. I mean, no. Okay, today, classes, advancement, quest logs. We might also try and make some time to go to see the saucer. So, Cockabigo. These guys are funny too. Who, what? Did your mother never tell you not to startle a Thaumaturge? Look at the expectant face, Cockabigo. She's obviously a new applicant. Oh, Prelate Yoyaki. She can recite 307 verses of funerary rites. But the simple task, well, I for one, find the simple task of remembering our names is beyond her. What's this? Ah, Cockabuki. Were you here the entire time? Greetings, child. I'm Cockabuki, the eldest and the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge's Guild. To wield Thaumaturge is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power for our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of Thaumaturge's secrets, for advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Sure, I love abysses. Abyssi. Deep chasms in the ground. A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, clear. Let's mark the initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift shall be an addition to your hunting log, the names of such enemies that will prove suitable for your training as a Thaumaturge. Second and third gifts are the scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus the destructive force of your will. There we go. Did you believe your initiation over, my dear disciple? We have only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. Take my new weapons in hand, huh? Rightio. You've got it, Mr. Cockabuki. Master Cockabuki. Yes, because we're a thing. Right. Into C. You guys know how this is done. Into recommended gear. That is a very, very good point. We're not updating our gear. We're changing our class. This is our weathered scepter. And let me just drop this skillet into the inventory. And this skillet into the inventory. And this skillet into the inventory. Because I'm going to sell them later. We will play with that in a minute. Okay. There are a couple of reasons why I'm doing this. We'll just get some recommended gear onto her. So she's dressed. Radio. We're not updating it. We're going into our gear set. We're going to add a gear set. We grab the gear set we just added. It's T for Thaumaturge. I'm going to stick it down here somewhere. And that's that. Excellent. Thaumaturge. We'll grab our first mission because we will need to set aside a mission slot for Thaumaturge quests. Although technically I could ignore the first mission entirely until I was ready to do the quest line. Let's not though. Let's accept our first mission. Huge hornets and snapping shrews are a pain in the neck. And besides, doing the first mission means I don't have to slay those targets a second time. I did try playing it with this character. I did try playing it singly at a time, and as you saw, we soon came to a point in the storyline where it became a pain in the neck. So if I'm going to have to pick up more than one class in order to be able to, more than one job in order to be able to maximize things, we have that. We do not. We do not have minor. Then I might as well pick up all of them. Alright, Miner's Guild, let's go. We will again speedrun the first one. Again, there is an interesting story. I know I keep stopping to read them because they're so much fun. But we have something like... Well, we have quite a few classes to get through today. Let's get to it. I did run right past the recruiters. Let us talk to Lynette. Well met, adventurer. With pickaxe and hammer we miners work rock and earth. If you've a mind to join our ranks. Yes. A decision you'll not regret. To look at the lands around Uld'ah, one would be forgiven for thinking they were barren, but for as long as he has dwelt in Thanalan, man has availed himself of the vast deposits. The mining trade as it is today owes much to the event which took place a century and a half ago, called the Mad Mithril Rush. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of miners. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. And some were miners in name alone and not skilled, so presented with a glut of unskilled labour. Miners were paid a pittance for backbreaking labour, saw naught for the riches they unearthed. Pushed to the breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners' Guild, with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. Since then, we've sought to educate folk in correct mining practices, both to prevent accidents and to curb the impact our trade has upon the environment. I trust you now have a better understanding of what we do. All that is left is to commit your name to the role. Alrighty, when you are ready, we are ready to join the Miners' Guild. And we are going to meet the wonderful Adalberta. Adalberta, well met. Adalberta is my name. I'm the master of the guild. I take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors are open to all who aren't afraid of hard work and to get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining technique, it is now possible to smelt even low purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting the trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is, we can't take on enough new miners. A few folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot. What's more, you're well travelled, which it serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. I'm not suggesting you join solely for our benefit. For your part, you'll acquire the skills that will prove your profit, a mutually beneficial arrangement. I trust you'll agree. So what say you? Will you join us? Yes. Work hard and get dirty. Let's go. She's given me a pickaxe, wants to see how I hold it. I love pickaxes, don't you? Rightio. Do the same thing we did as before. Grab our main tool. Trade it for a pickaxe. Go into our gear set. Add a new gear set. Grab our miner. Put him up there. Put him up here with our things. Make sure she's equipped in the best equipment possible. Update our gear set. And close all of this once more. Go to Adalberta. We'll pick up our first task. Training commence. A miner learns their trade in the wilderness. Pickaxe in hand. Let's see how you fare with good old copper ore. There are deposits of stuff with promising locations outside of the thing. Now, as you all know, I have quite a bit of copper ore already on me, so I'm actually going to just hand her 10 chunks of copper ore to get that quest out of the way. The only problem with doing this, of course, is that now I'm not at the level required to be able to take on the next quest, which does have the upside of me not having a minor quest taking up our space. All right, we've leveled to 2. Okay, auto prospect was a good trade to have. Do I still have food running? I have 7 more minutes of food. So we're going to take the long run up here. We're going to avoid doing all of these side quests. Where are we? Look, you know what? We're going to head to the Weavers Guild. We're going to speed run through the Weavers Guild. Which, again, is sad because there are some lovely stories that go with that. So here we go. Go this way. Maron, the guild receptionist. So we speak with Maron. Maron will tell us about the Weavers Guild and ask if we want to join. And then what Maron does is give us a history of Uld'ah fabrics and the Uld'ah cloth trade. So this is Sun Silk Tapestries and our first introduction to it. So they teach us the skills we need to be able to make the things we need. So when we're ready to submit to the Guildmaster's scrutiny, and he is such a scary fellow. He is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. He is indeed. Let's speak to Redolent Rose. How you doing? Another adventure? Shall I dance your merry jig? No. Oh, you want to become a weaver? Well, we have something to discuss after all. I'll be blunt. It's an art. Are you prepared to suffer for your art? Well, only time will tell. I trust I do not have to explain what this needle is. Alright, let's complete this quest. Weaver unlocked. And you know the drill. We've leveled up to level 3 as a miner because we completed it that way. Let us go with grabbing our mining pick, exchanging it for a needle, grabbing our gear set, adding our gear set, grabbing our weaver, dropping it down the bottom. If I'm correct, I think this is the last class in the alphabet. For that one, close that up, update our gear in case there's something that would be better for us to wear. We'll equip that. Ugly thing that it is, we will equip it. And we'll pop that away. We'll grab our first mission. He would like us to complete this task. I think you can hear, I'm not sure if you can hear my dog in the background. He's telling me it is time. Alright, that's done. We will resist the urge to pick up all of these. Right. What was I doing? I know we may have to just have a small break while I attend to my poor little puppy. We're going to just try and finish Uld'ah before I stop in the middle of this episode. Simply because... Oh, darling, okay. I don't want to lose the track. Here we go. Gemma, Goldsmiths Guild. Let us join the Goldsmiths. Gotta love them. And then what we're going to do... We may one day become possessed of the same vision as their wonderful guildmaster. She is amazing. Mistress Serendipity. Alright, let's go and talk to her, complete this quest. Stop right there. Oh, pardon me, I had you mistaken for a mammoth. Let's start over. What brings you here today? Do you have aspirations to become a goldsmith? Really? That's great. Welcome, I'm Serendipity. You can call me Sarah, or is that too informal? I'm sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster role. Oh, good. Next order of business. Here's your new chaser hammer. New, it's actually a bit weathered, but never mind that. You show me how to hold it so we can get started. Alrighty, you know the drill. Away we go. C. Grab our main tool. Exchange it for a weathered chaser hammer. Grab our gear set. Grab our plus sign. Grab Goldsmith. Switch it out with Leatherworker because G comes before L. Update our equipment, which we don't need to do because we're already crafted dressed. That's excellent. Speak to Serendipity for our very first mission. All I need is copper. The guild supplier can provide me with some, and we can hand her that mission there, which means of course that we won't have done what I usually do, and I won't be there. You know, I think this is quite utter garbage, the worst, not even fit for making a chamber pot. Quiet, Yiggy. I am the guildmaster. I decide what's fit for a chamber pot. Please excuse him. He gets a bit overzealous at times. He's my assistant, but he's a habit of butting in with his opinions. Most mammoths are rather simple, capable of no more than rudimentary speech. They can be relied upon for menial tasks, but little else. Gigi, on the other hand, is quite intelligent and quite stubborn, I might add. I suspect that's due to his age. He's been with the guild for an eternity, ever attending each guildmaster, but recently he's coming and going as he pleases. The one true guildmaster, respect. Kneel before Gigi, the one true guildmaster. Respect my authority, ignorant mortal, or suffer my wrath. It's like this every day, Clear. I'm afraid the experience he's accumulated over a century of assisting guildmasters has made him arrogant. And, oh, I forgot about your ingot. Sorry. And so she inspects my ingot. I was about to say I think this is very good for a beginner. It's reasonably pure and well formed. Now you need practice. Alright. The next Goldsmith will be available on reaching level 5. I'm pretty sure the gear we're getting at the moment, we're probably... yeah, we've probably already got better gear. So this is a level... it's only a level 1 hempen curter. Maybe I'm too low a level to wear it, or... I see the problem. Oh no, I don't. Excellent. That's done. Alrighty. If you have a look, our journal's now at 26 out of 30. We've joined 3 guilds. 3. Alright. Alchemist Guild. Is that the last one? It's not, because we haven't joined the Pugilists Guild. Alright, we'll go join the Alchemist Guild. The Pugilist Guild it's not that hard to get to, and I think I ran right past it. So we'll join these guys. We need all of these crafts in order to get rid of these irritating books that I bought before I realized I had to be level 15 in everything. But if I didn't buy them then, what would have happened is I'd have forgotten they existed. Not very good. Selves to treat. Okay, so he gives me the rundown on what an alchemist does. This is where we'll get our potions from. And then he gives me a nice history on it. And bids me, do I really, after learning all of this, if you would revel in the secrets of our art, you must be prepared to shoulder the responsibility I have described. Take a moment to dwell on these words before you enter the world of alchemy. We will enroll with the Guildmaster. Again, there's a lovely story to go with this guild as well. So I'll try not to skip too much. I know I'm supposed to be speed running it, but I hate speed running it. I love the story. What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant's lackey come to bring me my imp wings. Let's have them then. Not a lackey? An aspiring alchemist, you say? Speak up and pray that I heard you awry. I am an aspiring alchemist. Did that babbling fool Dietrich send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than the coming of a second calamity. Do I appear as a kindly mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now be gone before I am forced to... But wait. Perhaps I can't... Yes, you may be the very assistant I require. I've had a change of heart. Congratulations. I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I welcome a fellow seeker of knowledge into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony, yes? Here's your first Alembic. Try not to drop it, for there's much work to be done. Yes, much work. I know. I worry about what just crossed his fuzzy little head just then. Sometimes I think he actually just wants to use my skill. As an apprentice. Let's get our Alembic in hand, shall we? Main hand. Alembic. Did I not make a bunch of these? I think I did, and then I think I sold them, but at least I know I can make them now. It'll be cheaper than buying them. Alright, create a new gear set. Alchemist. Which goes at the very top here. I'm missing one. What am I missing? Easy enough. Hang on. Let's just update our gear if we need it. No, we don't. Carpenter black. Okay. We are not missing anything. That can actually just go up over here. I might move my return button down underneath. There we go. Alright, so now we have all of our gathering classes and all of our crafting classes. Oh, that is just a little bit scary to look at, I have to admit. Rightio. Oh, we're not done yet though. He wants me to use the weathered alembic to perform my first alchemical miracle. You managed to handle the alembic without injuring yourself. An auspicious start. Let's see if we can continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use your weathered alembic and make me a bottle of distilled water. It's simply the end result of purifying a murkier sample of life's most vital element. As such, it provides the perfect introduction to one of alchemy's most fundamental processes, taking a material and refining it to a purer form. To perform it, you shall require a pail of muddy water and a water shard. The impure water can be purchased from the supplier standing near the entrance to the guild. The name momentarily escapes me. Asminette? Yes. If it happens you find this basic task beyond your abilities, then mayhap alchemy is not the discipline for you, which would be quite upsetting, as I detest the thought of having to select a new assistant. Try not to disappoint me. Alrighty. Now we have our first alchemical task set aside. Like I said, we're going to try and follow these from the beginning to the end as we go now. The closest thing to the Pugilist's Guild. I'm going to go to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It's either the Plaza or the Thaumaturge's Guild. And then we're going to turn ourselves, about and run into a wall. No, we're going to head over this way. We're going to hit... yeah, hang on a minute. I know, we're going to have to do this. As we go back through the classes, I'll remove all of these, but this is the button I want the most. That's the Gladiators Guild. We've been there, we have that. Alright, so Archer, Lancer, Conjurer, we have all of the Warlike classes from Gridania. Carpenter, Leatherworker. Oh yeah, no, we've got all of those classes. I think our next stop would have to be Limsa, because Limsa has the Rogue. Limsa has the Rogue. That's the last one we have to join. Yeah, the last one. Nice. Alright. And then we'll get started on actually our hunting logs. We're not going to do missions, we're going to do hunting logs until we have to stop and do missions. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We're specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training we forge devastating weapons of our fist and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There's no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. Would you like to join? A decision you'll not regret, but before we proceed, it is essential you knew something about Guild's storied past. Gladiator Tournament. The woman's name was Cornelia. It's to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based upon her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modelled upon the one which she once built. And there it is. The story never fails to fan the fighting spirit. You must go and meet the Guildmaster before you can join. Are you sure? We are sure. Let us head over this way. Heyman, the Guildmaster. Heh, past time you got your ass back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent. I swear to the gods. Sprung. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, ho, ho. Why didn't you say so sooner? I'm in my capacity as Guildmaster. I'd be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and our feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yarg! Huh? Oh no. Crikey. I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, lass. It'll give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right. Joining the guild. Before you do, I must warn you, the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. I can go the distance. Yes, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, lass. I'll add some names to your hunting log, opponents you might want to hone your skills against, and so as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Meaner. Now I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons. Let me know when you're ready to begin. Oh my. Okay. I know, I want to just get straight out into Thanalan and just get going, but I know my Alchemist levels up from his little chat with the... if I don't go and line up with the Thieves Guild, I am going to forget to do so. Let us grab our gear set list. Let us add a new gear set. Let us grab P for Pugilist. Probably comes after Lancer. Hang on, then Rogue. We're good. We have got this. Let us update our gear, because I'm pretty sure some of those things we're wearing aren't suited. And that's that. We'll grab our first mission because we're going to need it. Looking every bit. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalan. I expect you to fight using the Hora I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell. Oh, clearly he's had those kinds of apprentices before too. Alrighty. Now, we are going, where are we going? Down into the Ethernet. That's not going to help me. Oh, yes it is. Okay, I was wrong. It's either the Thaumaturge's Guild or the Ethernet Plaza that is closer. So, we're going to Limsa. Ethernet. Adventurers, Thaumaturges. No, we want the airship landing. Because I'm saving money today. I know, we're not doing very much to do with the Moogle treasure trove today. I mean, we're doing, everything we're doing is to do with the Moogle treasure trove, but because we need to advance our skills to really open up things like for sure my healer is not, my conjurer is not, I don't think, at the right level to go through the dungeons that they want us to do. So, alrighty. Let us grab an airship ticket. We could go to the Gold Saucer. No, we're going to stick with the plan. The plan, right? The Gold Saucer would have our fates and a couple of more things we could do. A couple more things we could do to add some coinage using our challenge log. But today we're going to focus on leveling our alternate classes. And one of the things I found when I was with my other character that I've managed to get it through to Stormblood is I found that because I've left so many of my classes behind and I haven't leveled them up together, I'm getting equipment as rewards that I can't use, and it just fills up my backpack and I have to get rid of it before I can put it onto my characters. So rather than have that happen to Clear, we may take a slightly longer route and actually have her advance with all of her classes together, so that when I get that gear I can just slap it on whichever class requires it, because of course you don't necessarily get the gear of the class that you're using to achieve the mission. The other thing I found was that some of the missions, so I advanced my white mage with my main character, and I got to some missions that were almost impossible to complete. Oh, okay, I think I have a bunch of bots. Yeah, let's leave them be. They were almost impossible to complete because the white mage couldn't do the damage or couldn't distract from, I think it's Bulwark Hall I need. Couldn't do the distraction shield. She just didn't have the skills. She couldn't do the damage. She couldn't take the damage. And she couldn't do what she needed to do to complete the missions. So I found that once I got to Stormblood, it got a little bit awkward. So what I'm doing now, what I'll do with Claire is I'll advance her through. Let's head on down to the Fisherman's Guild. I know there's a card game to be had. Where am I? And we're going to go to that place that we did that delivery to. So what we're just doing here, like I said, I'm going to advance them through their hunting logs as far as I can, and then we'll take them one class at a time through their quests, level 1 through to 30, and we'll see if that works. Because in the next event, I want to actually be able to unlock the dungeons that we need, or have them already unlocked. Okay, he's just asked me if I want to join the guild. Sorry, too busy. Forget all the sister aid or wise bollocks. That's just a bit of fun to fob off the curious culls for a guild of rogues, lass, and it's mainly our marks as does the praying. Being mine work in the shadows of limbs are taking a keen edge to the rooks and cacklers what earn themselves a million. We don't tout for members, but every now and again we might offer a promising young cove a place in the ranks. If you're interested in joining us, tip us your daddles and we'll put hilt in each one. Just like the gods intended. So what do you say? Fancy learning a new trade? Absolutely. Good to see you're keen, but I should probably warn you on a few points before you dive in. Most guilds take pride turning their members into the best bloody candlestick makers they can be. We only care about getting the job done. Job ain't pretty. You become one of us and you'll soon be neck deep in scum and knife fights. If you're looking for scamper across the rooftops and built daddles on all their blunt, you'd best take up with a different crew. Think on that. Come back if you're still keen. Still here. Lonward have you reaffirm. Didn't scare you off then? Benny, they told me you was a mettlesome lass, and so it's proved. You need every ons of that metal soon enough. Now step inside and have a prattle with the Jackie. He's our upright man, the master of the guild. So we need to speak to this guy whenever we want to enter the Rogues Guild. We can't just toddle up to the door and have it open for us. Apparently, it doesn't work that way. Are these guys? Put locks on theirs. Jackie. Come to join your guild. I'm the one they call Jackie. Though I'm surprised you've heard of me. Perhaps you'd be good enough to tell me your name, along with that of the kindly cove has told you mine. Well, the man on the door said. Ah, the famous Clear. Oh, Lonnie Leftpatch let you in, did he? He can't throw a blade for shite, but that one eye don't miss naught when it comes to sizing up a dimber mort for the stolen. Just one thing, you ain't a pirate, are you? No. Well then, it's time you were stalled to the rogue. Put in your best beater cases and I'll swear you myself when you're ready. Now, I could fill your wattles with the storied history of our guild, but that's just wids and wind. Most important thing, the only thing we care about is getting the job done. Now, most folks, and I assuming you're among them, know that not long after Limsa's founded, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they'd all end up killing each other if they didn't lay down a few rules, an unspoken code of conduct, as it were. 1. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Laminsans. 2. You don't rook a crew out their spoils. And 3. You don't trade culls like they was chattel. I admit the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3 at least. Now you might be thinking none of that amounts to a sack of Dilberries now the Admiral's outlawed piracy, but in the back alleys and black markets where Melweeb's grip ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. Met with daggers all the way through. And just as the law is enforced by the Yellow Jackets, the code's regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are darkest and hand out justice on to them as break the code. Some rum-soaked cove steals goods from the wrong cull and we steal them back. That's the job, my natty lass. Of course, we don't opt the twig when the blade work's called for, neither. You'll see there's more our dagger play than just sticking culls with a pointy end. They'll weaken a mark with poison, fade away and strike in the darkmans, whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, Clear, what do you say to that? Got the guts to do a rogue's job? Yeah, got the guts. At the moment, no one's taken them. All right then, first off, we'll have to get your kit sorted. Rogue needs to be light on her dew beaters to stay on a mark's trail. Job might have you fighting across a deck or weaving through a mob, and the last thing you want is a bleeding great battle axe that hooks itself on every rope and post. That's why we stick to daggers. They let you slip through the streets just as easily as they slip through a rook's ribs. Here, take these stabbers and see how they look on you. Just don't get so excited with your new toys you forget to dress for the role. You'd be surprised how many colts come back to me in their bloody small clothes. Small clothes, you watch. We've seen Clea in her smalls because of changing her equipment. Oh dear. Hopefully that won't happen this time because we've got our pugilist gear on. So maybe we'll see how we go. All right. Enter C for character. Grab our weathered Hora. Grab our daggers. Oh man, we're going to be able to make ourselves some good gear. That's going to be so nice. Grab your gear set. Grab your plus sign. Create a new gear set. Grab your rogue. Move it on over. You do not have to put things in alphabetical order. That is just my little piece of mentality. That means I need to do that. There we go. Talk to Jackie. Grab our first thing. Jackie wishes to give you a few pointers on dagger play, and they don't mean the blades. Manage to strap those daggers on without cutting yourself. Well, we're off to a good start, I'd say. Next, you'll want to feel the weight and speed in new weapons. So, off you go. I want you to slice up a few lambs, some rats, pugils for good measure. Mind you, mill them beasties one at a time, though, lass. Know you've served far worse in the past, but you're no dimber damber with those stabbers yet. I know, trying to say it all way too fast. That is clear. That's not going to impress anyone. That's a door you need to not go through. Alrighty. So we are now, for this episode, what we've done for our Moogle treasure trove is we've worked on getting our classes together. We're now enrolled in all the classes you could imagine. And next episode, we're going to go out and we're going to level each of our warrior and magic classes. I'm going to aim for level 20. We're going to go through the first 2 levels of their hunting logs. But guys, on that note, in front of the much more peaceable Fishers Guild, I'm going to bid you adieu. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.